Greetings, it's your friendly neighborhood spider. Where am I going today with this content? So once again, back to my random rambles. And I guess we're going to talk about my previous post, which was Proverbs 5, verse 16. Now paraphrasing, it was basically along the lines of, don't spill your waters out in the streets, do not share your spouse with others, and things of that nature. Now, for some of you that are very affectionate, very emotional, or just like to express themselves, especially along with their partners, that's all well and good, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, things like that were meant to be enjoyed. That's the whole purpose of marriage. You're basically I guess you could say your better half, or just the part of you that you lack. The problem with that is, especially in today's generation, or at least for the past, I guess you could say 2019, since there's a whole virus named after it. Here's the problem with this. Now, this is actually pretty common in the workplace. I don't know if it is now. Public displays of affection is technically supposed to be banned or prohibited due to the fact that it makes the other workers uncomfortable. And it can also cause strife, grief, and hostility amongst the workplace. So why would that be any different from what we're going through now, right? So, here's how all this works and why it's such a bad thing to do something like this. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with holding hands, just being a couple, just showing one another that you love each other. But when you go out the way, when you're up against cars, you're making out in public, practically fingering a woman, I've actually seen this before, fingering a woman right in front of another person, that can cause people to be uncomfortable. No, I'm putting on a Spider-Man mask while I'm talking about this, but hey, since we in the age of, hey, just do what you want, I can say what I want, right? But here's the problem with doing all that. Now, we're going through a pandemic, whatever that even freaking means. We're going through a pandemic. Now, people are in quarantine, like I said, we already know the whole spill by now because we can't get away from the freaking news when they talk about it, so we already know the whole drill. You're locked up behind bars. We can't even talk to people really in person. We do everything on Zoom calls, on a computer screen, basically feeding the AIs, which is the very thing I told you not to do in the freaking first place. But here we are, posting our everyday lives on social media. Hey, at least I put on a mask this time, so. Anywho. But here's the problem with that. Now, this has actually been referenced before, actually by a friend. Now, there are people that are dealing with depression, separation, mood swings, or just mental illnesses. And thank you for interrupting me like you always do. Here's the issue. Now, people may think, oh, well, it's whatever, they'll get over it, or, it's not hurting nobody. Honestly, you're wrong. Did you know that people can actually die of a broken heart? Here's how it works, scientifically. Basically, it goes like any other thing. When you're going through stress, your body basically tenses up and it causes stress amongst the body. And I actually learned this when a certain someone was in prison. And what happens is when somebody's going through a heartbreak or, they're going through, some type of emotional distress, it actually tears up the muscles inside of your heart. So not only is it causing blood vessels to pop, and you're basically slowly bleeding out, but it also builds up tar inside your heart. Now, I know some people are smokers, so it's whatever. Just a quicker way to go. But yes, this is what heartbreak does. It's ripping your heart apart very slowly. So you're slowly dying as you're going through a heartbreak. So for those of you that know this, or just knows that, emotionally tormenting a person is causing them stress, you're committing murder. which leads me to believe that this whole COVID-19 is not really a virus, or what they really say it is basically people battling their own freaking feelings. I personally, because like I said, people just misreact. Oh yeah, I just got COVID-19 yesterday, now I'm back. No, you didn't. Anybody that truly has died from COVID-19 has either had one of the, I guess you could say, 3 issues. 1, they committed suicide. 2, they probably had a flu or some other sickness that they don't tell you about, but the fact that they showed symptoms of COVID-19, you just label it as such. Or 3, you got the freaking vaccine shot, which is killing more people than COVID-19 itself. But you can take that in and let that register, or you can let it go one ear out the other while you putting on a face mask, like I'm going to talk right now. Or you can put on that little face tampon and get these injection shots and watch your face, or just your body just mutates over time and you're no longer human. But hey, free choice, right? My only issue with this whole pandemic thing is that you're forcing people to do this. If I don't want to wear a mask, that's fine. I personally believe that. It's my personal choice, because how I see it, if I don't want to wear a mask and I got COVID-19, but you do have a mask and you believe that it prevents the the virus spreading, regardless if I'm covered up or not, you protect it. Are you not? So why are you worried about if I'm wearing it or not? If that mask really does its job, then it shouldn't matter whether I wear it or not. So why are you forcing people to put this on? If they want to die, because like I said, it seems like we're ready to kill each other anyway, so why not we just let the virus do its job and we just sit at home and look stupid like we always do? I hate to come off like that, but like I said, I get tired of hearing about COVID-19. We already know what the deal is, but the thing is, we choose to just hype it up. Now, some of you got your own little stuff going on. You like to keep your mouth shut for the sake of whatever. That's all well and noble, but when you're opposing sides, I'm going to force the truth out of you, or somebody is. Whether you accept it or not. Because at the end of the day, we already know who gets the glory in the end. But I'm not here to give you a religious speech. I'm actually here to talk about, this whole COVID-19 and public displays of affection, which is nothing wrong with, expressing yourself, the body positive thing. There's nothing wrong with, hey, I feel good today. I want to take something. I want to look nice today. That's all well and good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or not. Do that. Trust me, somebody appreciates your beauty. But the thing is, when somebody's going through separations and you're doing all this stuff that people can't do, especially on lockdown, you're going out to these luxury resorts, or you sitting there making out, you're fingering, you're pregnant, or you got your woman half naked in bed, and you still got some uncovered sins that you ain't talked about. That's gonna eventually come up and bite you in the tail, right? Now, God's forgiving God, and He's also a patient God, but at the end of the day, even His patience has a limit. I said this once before. But I'm trying to keep this as cordial as possible. I know my stuff can be a little controversial, but I'm not one to keep my mouth shut. You've known us for 3 years, and you ate it. You ate it anyway. So I'm not going to change now. Like I said, because I'm doing this for the benefit, not only for myself, but for you. I'm trying to get back to our normal day lives, but it seems like you don't want that, but yet you're the first ones to complain about COVID-19. Do you even know what COVID-19 means? The human virus. Yes, the human virus. Covenant 19. But I'm going to end my rant there. Like I say, if you're going to reach out to somebody, especially if you're constantly knocking on the door, you can at least give them the time of day to at least say hi, or, just something short, just give them something besides toilet paper. It's a little food for thought. How do you say it? Come and stay?